Nishan Buluinak, watching the Katolika TV at this particular segment of this week. We greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ from our disaster management desk at the Caritas Archdiocese of Suva office, which has been working 24/7 in these times of disaster and common COVID that we are experiencing at the moment. Ya, kimni na turang kin marama ni sarasar cuma na matakan na sini kuah ni sakinda bagi cuma ni na loma ni wala ni Caritas na Archdiocese of Suva and banu engarab cuma ni kina na beka mi baleta na lenga tumukoso ke engarab tali cuma kina beka ni da sotawati ko mi baleta na mate na COVID-19 and nanda banu जी हाँ भाई और बहनों हम आपको स्वागत करते हैं यहाँ Caritas फिजी ऑफिस से कि इस समय वक्त हम कोविड और डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के संगे जो कुछ डिजास्टर हम लोग मैनेज किया है आपको स्वागत करते हैं ऑफिस से और अभी कुछ ही क्षण में हम आपको और कुछ बतलाएंगे COVID के बारे में. Thank you for our updates on COVID to date, the 4th of May, this Wednesday, and these figures might change coming Sunday, but since this recording, we have about 121 cases that of COVID-19. We have had 2 deaths, and there are 44 current active cases in our containment areas. The last 67 cases were the cases that had come from the international travels, and those were under our border quarantine. It started in March of 19th of March to 2020, and up to 2021, those were our figures. And Fiji is one of the first islands in the Pacific to be rolling out vaccinations on COVID-19, the COVAX initiative. And it has been prioritized first for the frontliners, and then it will be going out to the registered to the populations who have registered online, as well as the ones who have attended our vaccination sites. Kami na turang kinamara man baleta na COVID, medyo may na singani ko sa doon ang raw kandua. Na wili ni tamate na nandapon sa confirm tagiwira na COVID-19. Basa buluka ba? We rongori era sengara bitio na ngongo ile ruwa na kanda sa may bading ya ka le ono songa buluka bitu may rongori era may maroriti na banua ni quarantine may nandi se na border quarantine ya na mbaksawochi tibukin na bula kachin kadiwa ni me sa tibukin na nanda banua na rabu ni matengo yanda babi ni na wali ni sangarabi chiu na kene garangarabi orto sabir ko toro mai na tambanin bula anda sangarabi chiu na ngono anda babi ni binawali saya do talenga mai nei dula saya do tiona vi dula vitiendo ver na mateni tona pasifika me tarike anda na vi dula ni COVID-19. जी हाँ भाइयों और बहनों, ये जो बीमारी COVID-19 है हम लोग के देश में तो बहुत खतरनाक से ले लिया है कि जितना कुछ है हम लोग के देश में सब बंद कर दी और अभी तक हम लोग के 121 केसेस है, 44 एक्टिव केसेस और 2 जन हम लोग में गुजर गया और रिकॉर्ड बताते हैं कि 67 ये 121 केसेस में हम लोग के बॉर्डर क्वारंटीन वाला केसेस है और फिजी पहले ही देश है पैसिफिक आइलैंड में जिसमें हम लोग वैक्सीनेशन शुरू कर दिया और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ के लिए कि ये सब इनिशिएटिव लेकर और भी पूरा ही रफ्तार में कर रहे हैं. So those are the updates on the COVID till the 4th of May, 2021. Yeah, we know that it has really affected us badly. It has stopped all the flights. It has stopped all the ships from going into the islands, and it has also stopped us from going to halting every operation into our country. That's how dangerous COVID-19 is. Warere wakini COVID-19 na may taro wakede na vito soyaki, na dhaka na vuli, na kakede ndondonu mevaduri. E mai taro wakede na COVID-19. Kene mbele ko sambo mate de resaranga na kamera buta. E na loma ni nonda banu, na ibasa langa enda usolitu ena tamba nimbula. Sakireviki enda menda raida, menda rongoda, menda maroroya, menda katona, kanda vamuria. Nangoni salanga goria enda narawani, tarwaki na nandewa ni mate na COVID-19, sena vandewa ni manumon ni mate na coronavirus. Na ibasa la lebuto enda usolitu eni. Na ya wule bundu ni ndewa ni matengo na COVID seko na nonda do vila ko yakio kenda kene mbale ninda bi tarova na COVID-19 o kenda menda tarova na nonda vila ko yaki baleta na coronavirus o ko ya ndewa saranga na bosa ni bosa se ubu se undrendre se ulanga sere na dawa ela ko mengusungu sanga ile itau na bika e bola katiao ni ola ko mai motaura o sa kauta saranga na manumon ni matengor ko ya kemni na turangi na maram ni varro te mena mataka ni sini kwa e kambi mbivi kenda na tu bandua na nonda tu saratunga me da tu ivale ko ya ni da sa tu ivale enda sa va ko kenda mai na kaenda don me vadara jamba yo bueno ya ham batlal rahe jon COVID-19 COVID-19 हम लोग के मुंह हम लोग के नाक में जब कुछ निकले बात करे वाला टाइम हंसे वाला टाइम गाना गाए वाला टाइम ये सब जगह अगर तुम COVID-19 पॉजिटिव है ये जन वायरस जो निकले मुंह और नाक में से जोन जगह वो लोग जाके रहे वहाँ से अगर तुम्हें टच कर दिया तुम लाइक चल दिया वो वायरस है और वही से वो लोग हम लोग बताता है कि घर छोड़कर हम लोग जगह जगह नहीं मांगे जावे और रोयल उसके बाद सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग जो बतला रहे कि अपन जिसके नज़दीक पे 2 मीटर से तुम उसके बगल में 2 मीटर से तब से करो ना eruana mita na nonda tu be bola katiki ko bola katiki na tondo na social distancing a distance of 2 meters from whoever is closest to you, so that you don't get to access the positive coronavirus. If there is a positive case that has landed this virus on the vicinity of where you are standing. The washing of hands, nabulu for 20 seconds with soap. Bulu merosanga bulu na minute. Hadol head 20 second gostin sabun se. Sember na kana lesumay valelaylay vesa uni daipa na vara uni kakana. Itu mandatunga o tutunga ala kalay bulu. Ngo na nondra basal na tambanin bulan na unanda bulu kina enda sa kautalay walu sanga bulu na pasyente ninduka ituling anda ko era ni bandewa na mate batala kina na coronavirus. So that's what hand washing does. If you have touched a surface that has been a surface that had this virus here. And if you had touched that surface, and you washed your hand, once you wash your hand with soap, you eliminate 80% of the diseases, the virus, and the bacteria that could cause sickness if you do take them in while eating or drinking. So these are some of the advices the Ministry of Health has been telling us. It's about a year now. But even before that, when we used to have typhoid, dengue, leptospirosis, our hygiene practices. This is where it's most effective when we do bring it into practice. And for coronavirus, we know how dangerous it is. We know that it has stopped everything. All normal operations in the country has been halted because of coronavirus. And that is how we should take this into us as well. We should really take it seriously. Like that, because we won't want to lose our grandparents, we won't want to lose our great-grandparents, we won't want to lose our very close friends, we won't want to lose our parents if they do have uh, other diseases like the NCDs and other acute or chronic diseases. So the only way to eliminate it is to listen to the advices, listen to the COVID advices, social distancing, the washing of hands and using of sanitizers, the staying of home and avoiding crowded places. For us as Fijians, we know that we are very social people and we attend so many social gatherings. But for now, we can hold it for a while. We thank all the families that have been having loved ones passing away. Our condolences are with all of you. But for now, let's adhere to the advices of the Ministry of Health, the minimum or the maximum that's supposed to be there at a funeral gathering for the betterment of our country, and also this is the way we could halt this disease as fast as we can in our country. We have done it once. We can also do it again. The covering of our mouth, either with a handkerchief or with your elbow, and the last one, they always advocate from the ministry. You have the opportunity, get vaccinated. Weekend na turang ke na marama sa naivasa la solitio ba yasang ni visau. Indo tio nga na set ni vasa la solitio mengo. Na social distancing ta satu saramandang ay vale da kunivela ka ba Italia na sawa ni linga na vingo na kede sawa kinana linga na ba nga tagini hand sanitizer na nonda tunga bantu ay vale kina nonda senga ni wala na songo na yumbinga ni ngusu kena udu na ngonedo kena vuse suru kena uchichunga ke baka esa evo mai na idula ni vaccination uni sakere saranga ni manidula elebu na itutu gala tio mai baleta na vedula ia sanga ni ndua ni tutungo rinda na rara ni tukuna ni lasu baleta kenda ke na ngona kala lai mikina anda vaccinate taki na misila da vaccinate taki na ngona vita mikina na typhoid na vaccination wata tala ngori e taka chungo na ngona vita vichukina na covid esanga nindua naka mekautomai na teoro me bata ka lebu naka betukunia ki wabu chungo esanga nindua naka kautomai na 666 iya ongo e kau mai membaleta na nonda mbula na leveviti baleta nda binakata menda vasukara le sutale na itutu ni nonda mbula vai lavo menronro me kuni me tatao chiwango sakere chiani kene na bola ni Caritas ena ajdesi sesuba menda varongo da na varo menda muria kanangaraba na itabi ndo dono menda garaba ninda sangaraba bina kokenda inda sangiraba garaba bina katalichanga na itabi membaletira na tura biche kenda tu da sotaba chungo do na una nindra kisuasua enda raida chuna visinga ni na tutu nindra kiangole chumai baletendo nandra kisuasu ngo sa ngole chiwe na wase na tokalau itu sakere chiwe na tu bola ni Caritas ena ajdesi sesua menda na tu varau to na venga una que soleri kina na varo ni uda se to sarreida ti ni sa tumbu ti mena wai o kenda enda ndu kilabi nakatu na bono enda tu kina. We know very well our surrounding and our vicinity, and we can always judge by the rain pattern that is upon us, when we will be going underwater, when the flood waters will be reaching us. And we would like to ask us to be vigilant and use our discretion to make better decisions. If we need to go to higher grounds, we need to take up our animals and our belongings to the places where the floodwaters won't reach. Let's make it as early as possible. And then we'll see after the weather subsides, then we can always go back to our normalcy. And that's our advice for the weather that we are experiencing at this moment. We ask that we assist our neighbors if they do need help in moving to high grounds and moving their stuff as well with them if they do need help. So we're urging to be good neighbors and adhere to the calls of our neighbors, as we always mention in our Catholic social teaching, that the dignity of the human lives, it is for everyone to look after and take care of this dignity by looking after each other, and that is looking after our neighbors. Lastly, before we finish our session today, from the Caritas office and from the Caritas Archdiocese of Suva Disaster Management Unit, we would like to thank all the parishes, all the businesses, all the families and individuals that have contributed in the past cyclone seasons from 2020 to 2021, and then us going through Tropical Cyclone Harold, Tropical Cyclone Yasa, and Tropical Cyclone Yasa. We would like to thank you for all your assistance in cash and in kind. And we do pray that the Lord will abundantly bless you in every which way that you are in need. From this assistance that you had rendered, the Caritas team, we were able to assist churches that were damaged during tropical cyclones, the schools, the villages, settlements. And in this we have widows, we have orphans, we have the poor, and we have the vulnerables. So we have covered most of the population that has been identified for us in the Bible for us to cover. And in the natural disasters, we are all vulnerable. So Caritas office would like to thank each and every one of you, from the churches right down to the individual homes. Thank you very much for all your assistance. Thank you very much for all the cash and in kind, and thank you for all the prayers and the thoughts that has enabled us to carry out the responses and the rehabilitation, the psychological support, and the messages to all these affected areas through your assistance. Once again, thank you very much. Vinawalevu and bahut bahut dhanyawad. Vinawalevu.